Well, I'd have to say right off the bat, you can rule out every Muslim country. They're not going to show this. They can't show this. It would be heresy for their religion to show anything affiliated with something other than the Allah or the Quran. Jesus Christ, in their opinion, is just a was just a prophet, or he was lesser than Allah. But what what they failed to realize is that Jesus was the incarnation of God here on earth, and showed the way, the true way, which is love. Unfortunately, that's the only religion that espouses love unconditionally through God as man. There's no other religion that does that. So you can just rule out every Muslim country to show that. So that right there, that's a big chunk of a lot of the countries here on earth. So hopefully that South America will see this. There's a lot of Christians and Catholics down there. When they see this, spread the word, because this is just not something that's being made up here. This is the real thing. So in Europe, you've drifted away from religion for the last 1,000 years, just further and further away, believing that man's knowledge is the way of the future, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's God's knowledge that's supposed to lead man. So hopefully that they'll come around and see that and realize that, yes, there's things that are happening. They're bigger than everybody here on earth. They're so far bigger that you got to stand back and let it sink in. Because if you just look at it and you poo-poo it and you just, oh yeah, that's nice, it's not going to have the effect that if you were to spend a couple of minutes and think about it, you'll be convicted and you'll understand that why would anything other than our Father in heaven send these signs down to us and show us? And the clock is ticking. The Lion of Judah. How are you going to ignore that? That's the way God's going to come back when the entities attack Israel. This is the way God's going to be defending his people. There's the face of Jesus Christ. How are you going to deny that? Go on YouTube, Jesus Lion 2011, Face God Jesus Christ. All of these pictures are there. You can look at them close up, study them, and it's just not this picture of Jesus' face here. If you look closely at it, you can see demons behind Jesus. There's a demon right here. There's another demon over here. But they're all behind Jesus. In other words, when you forsake the true God, the demons are waiting for you. They'll just take hold and live in you, and there's nothing you can do at that point except face God and ask him for forgiveness. So I don't think that there's a lot of leaders in this world that want to relinquish control to Jesus Christ, to God. They don't want to do it. They want to hold on to what they have here for this little time that they have in order to satisfy their ego, their personal wants, their accomplishments, whatever it is. But the real leader that's going to emerge, that's going to be one that will go down in history as one that has done something positive while he was in office, is the one that's going to acknowledge Jesus Christ. He's going to acknowledge, look at these signs that are happening. How can you ignore it? It's a tragedy if you ignore it. I mean, like Brother Billy was saying, look what's going on around us. The tornadoes, 800 in one day. The tsunami that's happened over in Japan. Just all kinds of stuff going on right now. So time's running out, and if you're a leader out there and you're getting these messages, don't ignore them. Lead your people, and your people will join our Creator in heaven. Just imagine when God says, what did you do when you're finally there at the judgment, and you say, well, I realized the time was short, and I did what I could to bring my people to Jesus Christ, and God's going to look at you and say, come in. Welcome home, good and faithful servant. And that's what we all can hope for in our lives. So don't ignore it, people. Acknowledge it. These are just signs, okay? We're not saying worship the picture or anything. We're saying acknowledge the signs. They're out there. They're all around us. Don't ignore them.